What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome to the Thursday edition of Your Show. Still, can't believe it, still, as far as we know, the only live show on YouTube from 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday as well. We are still one of the few shows that we know of, maybe the only, we might have the market cornered on this one as well, making up categories that we are number one in to start a show. Today, we are the number one show on YouTube that is going to use a laptop whilst the handler has no idea how to use a laptop. That was a tough one. We're number one. We also start the show with the greatest cam in the history of mankind, that cam being the Maggie Cam. Look at her, so beautiful, so fantastic. The Maggie Cam. For our good buddies over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Mike and Rochelle and Margaret's beautiful boyfriend Leroy, always there to give you the greatest shopping experience of your life inside a pet store. If you go after hours on the weekends, you will see Kirsten Shar or Chris, and they will also give you that same quality you've come to know and love from our great friends at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. That cam, man, that's a good cam. And I know a guy named Cam McKay who's one of the greatest cams ever. That guy's right up there. Just saying. Shout out to my friend Cam McKay. Love you, buddy. Thursdays around here, they get busy. We have a lot of stuff that I guess you would call it scheduled viewing. And one of the biggest ones is we get to check in with our good friend. Let's go ahead and roll that one, Dragon. We missed this guy so much last Thursday. Apparently there was some sort of thing going on in this city, and well, not just you, all the places were very busy. He is back. CTV's Matt Young in the house.
Hey,
good to see you, buddy.
You too, man.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm like everybody else. I'm battling the snow out there. It is crazy. You know what? I got the winter tires on like just in time.
There you go.
Because I got them on like a week ago when there was,
Yeah.
and I was like, I better get them on because Saskatchewan, you know it's going to snow.
That switch flips quick.
You don't know when it's going to snow, but you absolutely know at some point it's going to snow. So I'm glad I got the winter tires on. But yeah, even with that, it's not easy getting around all the time.
Absolutely.
How about you?
I told the boys when they came in here, we got the co-hosts of the viewing room hanging out right now. We're going to do a little recording after.
Hey.
And I asked them when they came in, I was like, could you guys even tell that I shuffled? Like, no. Like, okay, just making sure. So it's like, it was one of those classic ones where I hit it once and then hit it again, but it just didn't even matter. Like, might as well not even do it.
I know. I had to shovel my driveway 4 times. My arms got a bit of a workout.
So yeah. Well done. So when you come by, we get talking about some really cool, fun stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to get into this. You said you got some news.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff about. So I do news at CTV, but we like to, talk a little bit more about stuff like video gaming here in Saskatoon. There's some interesting news about video gaming. It's not real local, but it's interesting if you game. So, have you ever heard of a game called The Crew?
The Crew.
So the crew.
I don't know if I have.
So the crew is a big game that was super popular. A lot of people bought it back in like 2014, 2015. It's made by Ubisoft.
Ooh.
Anyways, the reason why that game and Ubisoft have come up, or some people call it Ubisoft because it starts with the letter U. There's a big lawsuit that has just started over that game. And the reason why is because, like you were playing Smash Brothers earlier. Back when we played games, there was no terms of service agreement. There was no online
Wasn't
play.
it nice?
There was no. All you had, you didn't have to register for anything. All you had, didn't have to have an account. All you had to do was you put the game in, plug it in, you played. Right.
So simple.
And most of the time you were just playing with your buddies beside you because there was no online play. Well, now games have changed so much, right? So video games, they're online. There's all kinds of intellectual property and licensing with them. And a lot of games now, some people buy a physical game, but some people just buy the online version.
When's the last time you guys bought a physical copy of a game?
Hey.
Anyone?
A couple years ago, because I always used to check Value Village for PS2 games.
There you go. Okay, yeah. So
years.
If you didn't hear that, it was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah. Nobody buys hard copies.
So a lot of people don't buy hard copies anymore. I still like to buy hard copies because I like to own the game. But a lot of the newer gamers are not. Well, back in 2014, 2015, or 2016, I can't remember when the game was released. People bought hard copies of this game. Some people didn't. And what Ubisoft, I guess, announced is that they're going to be shutting down the servers for that game. Ooh. But that's going to make the game virtually unplayable, at least according to the plaintiffs in this lawsuit.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is, hang on a second, I bought this game. I should be able to play this game and continue playing it. And you guys never told me that at some point you could literally just pull a switch, shut her down, and I can't play anymore.
I could have seen that coming from a mile away.
This is a massive, massive lawsuit in the video game world, especially, and it doesn't really matter if you're PS5 or if you're Xbox or even if you're PC. The reality is stuff like this is coming because as games go more and more digital and move away from physical media, you when you leave physical media, you somewhat relinquish some of the control, right?
Oh, yeah.
And what these individuals in this lawsuit are saying is they bought physical copies. And you think when you're buying a physical copy that you're buying the game data, you'll be able to play it whenever you want.
Yeah, it should be yours.
And so they believe that there's some wrongdoing there. So there's a lawsuit over this. Okay. This is going to get really, really interesting because how this could play out in a number of different ways. Number one, could a judge potentially say, you know what? Ubisoft has the license. Ubisoft has the rights to this game. They don't necessarily have to provide an online server if they don't want to, even if it essentially destructs your ability to play the game. But on the other side of it, a judge could look at Ubisoft and say, how upfront were you about the fact that there might be people who might not be able to play this game in 8 or 10 years when you shut the servers down?
Yeah.
So this is and the reason why this is so interesting is because, again, games are becoming more and more reliant on online mediums,
Big
right?
time.
There are some features in a lot of games you can't get unless you're online.
Yeah.
And if the game publisher, for whatever reason, decides they're not going to support that game anymore, you can't play it, or you may not be able to access some of those features. Yeah. So this is going to be, now I'm going to pull up some information here because this is interesting. We'll get there.
See, and with this, like as a guy who did it until my PS4 broke, which we still need to try to fix. Just buy a damn PS5 already.
We'll do a show on that,
There you go. But Overwatch, I was a big Overwatch guy.
Yeah.
And then Overwatch 2 came out, and I don't even think they had a digital copy released.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of the only way you can get out of this, right? Is if you only did it online.
That's right.
So if you're going hard copies and online, then the guys that bought the hard copies, you're literally holding something that doesn't work anymore.
That's right. And
that's
a big thing because what the sort of the plaintiffs are alleging, and I'm going to reference some source media here from Games Industry Biz. But what they're saying is that Ubisoft essentially quote unquote duped consumers into purchasing it without the knowledge that its servers could be shut down, making the game unplayable. And they say it's compounded by the fact that many of them bought discs.
That's it.
Sort of under the impression that if you buy the disc and you buy a physical copy of the game, you'll be able to play it, whenever you want.
That's the whole reason you buy the game, is to own it and play at your leisure.
That's right.
Gotcha.
So, but what's interesting is I guess now it's sort of a wake-up call to some people that, just because you own a game, could we run into a situation in the future where you essentially are only buying the license. Yeah. You aren't actually buying the game to own and operate at your leisure. You, at some point, you could lose access to that. And then at some point does it become essentially subscription based only? Like isn't that what Steam is?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Steam is subscription based gaming.
And then
I from what I understand, Steam uploads games on there. Could Steam not just take off games? Right. Yeah. So they
do that.
They do that.
Yeah.
So you start to run into this gray world of what you really own and what you really don't own. Yeah. This was filed in a California court. So now, as we know, the courts, they don't move quick. So, but there are a lot of people and big time video game reporters that are going to be watching this very, very closely to see what happens. And it'll be interesting to see exactly where the judge will land on. A lot of these cases are settled. So that means a lot of these cases, what happens is Ubisoft will have to pay a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Ubisoft is probably not going to care because they've probably made so much money that any settlement would
Go
would
away
be
money.
peanuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's
go
what
away.
it is.
Yeah.
So in the end, I mean, yes, Ubisoft loses money. In a settlement case, could you get some $10 or $20 back? You might, but did that reimburse you for the full cost of the game? And on top of it, you can't play the game.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
So this is going to get interesting, and I'm interesting to watch this, and I'll keep following it. But it sort of speaks to the evolution of gaming.
That's the big thing, right? It's the whole idea that this is something that smarter people than I should have seen coming for a long time. Like, I got buddies still that to this day, like you, that only buy hard copy games because they were expecting something like this to happen in some sort of way. When you give up that control, you have to understand that at some point, that disc that you have is going to be nothing.
It could be. And now there are some games that, and that's why I kept a lot of my older games.
Yeah.
Because I think what a lot of people do is right now, the older games will come out for a second release and they'll download them, right?
That's
and there's nothing wrong with doing that. But I kept a lot of those old PS2, PS3, and even PS4 games because I thought, one day, I don't know if they're just going to whack out the servers.
Yeah.
And maybe I won't be able to play them online, but at least I can play them, right? So, and it also, it really speaks to the value of licensing because, for example, when you play a lot of sports games, there's a lot of licensing involved in that. There's a ton of licensing, and more games involve licensing. James Bond, there are games that don't get produced because you don't have a licensing agreement.
You can't get the license for what you're doing.
I've actually taken some time, and if you actually read some of the terms of service for some of these games, which a lot of people, be honest, they don't.
Never.
Guilty is charged right here.
Yeah.
If you actually read the terms of service, there are interesting things about how disputes like this can be handled. Oftentimes, companies, in some cases, will try to force you into arbitration because typically companies, the game publishers, and I don't want to speak for all of them, but in a large sense, view arbitration as more favorable to them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that you may or may not be giving up certain rights or obligations when you sign that terms of service agreement. I'm not suggesting everybody go back and read your 15-page term, but what I am saying to you is that it just speaks to how games have changed. And to be honest, I just miss the days when you put in a cartridge or even a GameCube CD,
man.
and you just press start and you were ready to go. So that's what's also coming down the pipe, which will be interesting to watch over the next little while.
Absolutely. I see this as, I love the show South Park. They do a great episode.
South Park is awesome. I love South Park, yes.
The Apple contract, and somewhere in there, like when you
the
sign over,
human Sentai pad.
The human Sentai pad. It's right there, but no one ever reads it.
You agreed.
And one day that is going to happen to all of us. I know that because no one ever reads it. It's way too much crap in there, right? That's what they want you to...
And I agree. It's interesting because that's a great analogy of like some people you don't realize. I remember when everyone said, "Oh, this is great. I don't need a disc." And I remember thinking, well, it's great today, but what happens if that goes away? And so I'm not here to dispel all the fun around online gaming.
Not.
I'm just here to say that this will be an interesting case. And for you young kids out there, you don't know what it's like to just put a game in and you're playing 5 seconds later rather than going through all the stuff. And did you have an account? Did you register your email? All that sort of thing.
See, with all of this, and I realize this is why this is such a huge story, because this is the first one. This is the one that's going to set the tone for the rest of whatever this run is of gaming. So however this goes, people are going to have to,
it's going to set the blueprint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The road's going to be set with this case. So it's good to
Yeah.
keep an eye on it. We got our guy here, CTV's Matt Young. He's going to be our insider on all this and keep us posted.
I got one more. There is EA Sports has announced. Of course, they have their golf game out now, which has got like mixed reviews. It's okay. I don't think it was that great, but I did download it and I do play it. And I like golf games. There's a PlayStation 4 game, the last golf game that they produced, EA Sports PGA Tour. They've announced that they're going to be shutting down the servers for that. That you can still play though. You can still put your disc in and play that game
but
because
you just
can
can't
play.
Go online.
Yeah, you can't go online. You can play like the one-player campaign mode and play through all that, which is different in this case because what these gentlemen are saying in this Ubisoft, they're saying this game's virtually unplayable now. Yeah. You can't really do anything.
Gone.
So that's sort of, I wanted to put that out there because there's a bit of a comparison. I think people expect online services may not be delivered forever, but I think what people also expect is when they buy a CD, an actual physical copy, that they actually will be able to play that game. So so that'll be.
I guess that's another thing too, is like with like Call of Duty and all that, like story mode, right?
Yeah.
When you have that one player campaign mode.
Yeah.
You should always be able to have something like that so you can still play it.
Well, then, and I like campaign modes. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people like the multiplayer. When I buy Call of Duty, I actually like the campaign.
Yeah.
So I'm someone who certainly hopes that it never comes down to, and I bought a physical copy of it, it never comes down to me losing my ability to play that game.
Yeah.
Now, then you could run into stuff, I mean, you sort of run into sort of what the dark web could be like, and people will eventually, try and find ways to end around that and copy the game data, and now you run into a whole piracy thing. But that's going to be interesting, and we'll watch that. And over the next few weeks, because a lot of video game news is going to come out over the next couple of months as we start to lead up to the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yeah, the big expo.
We're gonna continue with our live demonstrations. Next week, I think we're gonna talk about mini systems. Do you remember the mini systems? They came. Remember, like 6 or 8 years ago. It was like 2016, 2017.
They were all the rage.
The mini. They were all the rage. And then you got the mini Super Nintendo,
Sega,
and there was a Sega.
Yeah.
So
Very
we're gonna bring in some of those and show some of the cool modding that I've been able to do with those, and that you can do at home. And then also show some of the stuff. You'd be surprised the video game stuff you can get in the States that you cannot get in Canada.
Ooh, that's a good cliffhanger.
Like cases and things like peripherals and extra things like that.
The cool stuff.
That's so we're gonna show a little bit of that next week. So
Very
so local video game news, local gaming, and all that sort of stuff. We're gonna continue. That couldn't make it last week, but back this weekend, and we'll follow this stuff that sort of could impact your local gaming world right here in the city.
This is why we bring you in, man.
Yeah,
the energy.
I love it.
CTV's Matt Young in the house. Go check him out on all the social medias and everything else. Thank you so much, brother. I always appreciate it. You're the best. And I'm looking forward to next week.
We will see you next Thursday.
I'm telling you, the energy is infectious with that guy. Thank you again to Matt Young from CTV. Huge fan of who he is and what he does, man. It's really cool video game talk, along with so much more. He's our local attendance guide, all the local sports events. He's also doing all that stuff. So thank you to him for coming in each and every Thursday. It's always a lot of fun as we continue to roll on here on the Thursday edition of your show. Hey, Nickel Plumbing and Heating, love those guys. They put on a real good display over at the Spirit of Cosmo breakfast. Was that ready to go, Dragon? Well, that was quick, dude. We'll get to ours after. Sorry, we're just rolling with the punches here. The Spirit of Cosmo breakfast, a huge event as far as getting the karma up and doing good things, and there's so much positivity coming out of that. And yesterday we had recorded with Brooks. He was supposed to come on, but we ran out of time, so we're going to run that for you now. But again, keep in mind this was from yesterday, so there are some more comments on the Spirit of Cosmo breakfast. And I do just want to thank everyone again that was involved in that, an absolutely magical time. Let's go ahead and run that one. Dragon, I got this.
Welcome to this jabroni and this jabroni.
Jabronis. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well done. From Wendie Brooks Media, the lady that saved my brain. Also from the Past Our Bedtime podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Brooksy.
Woo! Yeah.
You know what they call that? They call that, and the crowd goes mild.
Mild. When I was doing this, the podcast we just released, for some reason I was like, yeah, dude. Like, so weird.
Shocker, brah.
Yeah. Anyway.
with ya.
Yeah, dude.
Tell me
That's
more
so rad.
about this little shindig you got going on.
For what, the podcast? Sorry,
Put my book up
I
there.
dismantled Gary's set
okay.
right before we started. But
We just talked to that guy,
this guy.
the author. Yeah, every Wednesday we talk to him.
Nice.
He's a very good dude.
Yeah. I still need to read that book, but I'm in the middle of a book series right now that is fantastic. I love it so much. But anyway,
Hold on, what's a book series?
it's like a bunch of books that are like, it's like one story, but there's
Oh, so
like 5
it's
different
like
books.
Literally exactly what it is, a book series. Like a TV series, it's a book series.
Yeah.
Okay, with ya.
And it's so good.
Well, you can hit this one after. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It changed my life.
I will.
A lot of the stuff in that book, people don't know this, but I've used a lot of the ideas from that book in this place. It's been very successful.
Yeah, I could tell. It
Really
was in
enjoy
your
it.
bathroom. You probably read it while you're on the toilet and learned some things to help you here.
I'm not even joking. It's like the only time I read.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to be messing with my phone while I'm on the toilet, so I'll just read this book.
Okay, anyway.
Beautiful.
Past Your Bedtime is out
episode,
now.
Here we go.
It's-
New episode out now.
Yeah, it's about high school parties. We kind of talked about it last time, but I hadn't posted it. Lots of stuff happened in my life, so me and Cora were like, whatever. So I posted it today, which is crazy because it's Wednesday and not Monday. But it's out now, live.
Remember, it used to be out on Sunday.
Yeah. And then I was like, I could only do it on Mondays.
It's so funny when we look at this idea of like releasing shows, because it's like a big TV network thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you implement it into like a YouTube channel, it's funny to me. It's like for instance, Uncle Grandma's Storytime, Sunday 7 p.m. dropping, and that's what it does, and it establishes that time slot, and then the hope is for it to become, I guess, scheduled viewing where you plan to watch it. But with all the other shows, like we have days when they're supposed to come out, but if Network Ryan's in Calgary or someone else is doing something else, we miss a couple days and then just a little later.
Yeah.
No one really notices.
And like, maybe if we like got a little bit bigger or somebody actually said something about us missing, then
Yeah.
we'd be like, okay,
Yep.
I will try a little harder for you guys to make sure it's
I say
posted.
this all the time. This is the best time to mess up. This is the best time to get our reps in because we're still growing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
So yeah, anyway, it's out now. And go check it out. It's
You guys were savage,
wild.
I believe was the term you said.
Yeah.
that the right term?
Yeah, we were
Got
like
pretty out of hand.
quite crazy partiers back in the day. So, yeah, I was rewatching it today and I was just giggling away at some of the stuff we did. We talked about like things too that happened at parties. Like one time I was drugged at a party.
I don't
and
like that.
No, it wasn't
Nope.
good. But we talk about it's not only about like crazy parties. It's about like what not to do at parties
Lessons.
too. Yeah, lessons
Party
you learn.
lessons.
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then our next one, I don't know. We talked a lot about talking about being freshied, like
yeah.
Were you freshied when you were
Yeah.
young? Like
I was back when you're still allowed to do it.
Yeah. So how?
Yeah,
are
and
you
the crazy part is I had not my oldest brother, my second oldest brother, my man Leeks. He was in grade 12 and I was in grade 9, so I was protected.
Oh, he didn't freshy you?
Nope. The only thing they did to freshen me was take me out to a party in a van,
Wow.
in an old van.
So you're
It was my
cool.
brother's van. It was really cool. Yeah. Well, I remember we got there, and I had a couple beers, and I was like, "Whoa, man! High school parties are crazy." And I thought I was drunk, and then someone was backing their vehicle
Thought
up,
I was drunk. You probably were.
and it like right over my foot,
Oh.
like a vehicle tire right over my foot. I go, "Ah! I just got my foot ran over." And my brother looks at me. He goes, "Yeah, but I bet you can't feel it, right? Because of the beer." I was like, "You're right. This is the best." I'll never forget it. It was such a great moment.
That's so
But the
funny.
there was one little freshy thing we got. Remember bingo dabbed? Bingo dabbing was a big thing back in the
What
day.
is that?
It's like a bingo dabber,
Yeah.
like used for bingo, but you bingo dab people pew, all over their face. And
Like
you have to walk
do it
around
to the
all
grade
day.
nines?
Yeah, like the seniors do it to
Ah,
the freshies.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and my buddy this guy right here, Mr. Peterson,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to him. One of my favorite people. I love him. We gotta get him back
He's
in
a
studio.
teacher now too.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. At Aiden Bowman,
Mm-hmm.
where this all happened. His older brother Ryan was the one that got both of us. And then we had to call off the dogs once my brother and the boys found out. I was like, "Oh, don't worry, guys. Like, it's all good. It's just a little bingo dab. I'll take it."
That's actually like a really good idea. Cause like for like when we freshied, everyone thought paddling was the thing,
Paddling was also very prevalent at that time.
Okay, I was like, but I wish there was something like.
And you know where
fun.
that came from? Do you know where the paddling actually came from?
No.
Well, for a lot of us anyway, was the movie Dazed and Confused. When that movie came out,
Oh.
they like sort of glorified
Oh my
paddling a little
goodness.
bit, especially on the freshies.
Yeah.
So it became a hot thing for schools. Thank
When-
goodness that we've gotten away from the horrible side of that.
Yeah, when I was
There's some good stuff in
when
there, but
I was a
mostly
freshie,
bad.
like in grade 9, my senior, we went to this thing called like Red Mile. So you walk a mile to the football field from Bedford.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wearing
you,
all red.
You mentioned this, yeah.
Yeah, and
You
they,
had some fun experiences during that walk.
Yeah, she made me wear a shirt that the front said I love my senior, but the back said I have long pubes. And I had to sell condoms at the football game.
There's
and
some
that's what I had
positives
to
there.
do.
Great shirt on the front and free protection.
Yeah, and
That's
then
okay.
for when I was in grade 12 and I freshied my freshie,
How did you get a freshie? Did you pick them yourselves?
You just claimed them.
Okay, good.
You just walked around and I was like,
You.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we made them like dress up. So some were like babies and some were like animals or whatever. And their job was to like crawl around the mall. And then when we got kicked out of the mall, we went to 8th Street and made them stand with signs that said honk if you're horny. And then one of my friends saran wrapped a guy to one of the poles with the sign.
A guy?
Yeah.
So this was like girls freshing guys.
No, well, it could be either. But I'm sorry, my
Interesting.
guy.
No,
friend,
it's not neither here nor there. I just didn't know that was a thing.
They just whoever was actually down for it, I guess. So
equality for all.
Yeah, and then we, after they did all the freshie stuff, they were like cool, and then they could come to the parties. So
Yeah, that's the payoff, right?
yeah. So then they all
Hazing.
came and partied, and maybe got paddled there a little bit, but I don't know why. I didn't like it. And then one of the guys in my grade was like, okay, since you guys all went through the paddling, you can paddle me now. And the grade
Good.
9s were just mad.
Yeah.
And I think
Get
he
him.
got
Good
it
on
real
him.
bad.
though. Good on him for doing that.
Yeah, it was random. I was like,
Paying the price.
it was kind of like, I don't know. I'm not going to say what I think about that, but but it was, an interesting time. And then we were just friends with all of them for the whole year, I guess, because they were.
Well, you got to know them. That's the whole idea behind it is getting to know, as a senior, getting to know the new students coming in, and put them under your wing and show them the ropes. That's what it is.
There's still some of them on Facebook. They're having like babies and stuff now. I'm like, this is crazy. I paddled you.
the craziest part is you're only a few years older than them.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest
also
part.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So,
so yeah, that's.
Check it out.
I think we're going to talk about that next week or something. Also, we're thinking about doing like a mental health thing and a sober thing. 6 months sober yesterday.
You?
Me?
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
God, that's a big one.
That's my second time doing that.
How do you feel?
Good. I didn't even actually know. I randomly yesterday was sitting in the car driving home and I was like, I wonder how long I haven't drank for. Just random. And I like looked in my calendar and I was like, I know I drank on the Snoop Dogg concert. So I Googled it and it was exactly 6 months ago. And I was like, that's so weird that I just randomly decided to look at it and it was exactly the 6 month day.
First off, congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, do you remember how close we got to getting Snoop Dogg in here for a smoke off?
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been so cool.
We weren't close
Snoop
at all.
Dogg.
It was just an idea, but
No,
it would have been
but-
really fun.
Yeah. Cora got the closest to any of those celebrities. She was like, got photos with the
Oh yeah, her guy, Hercules.
Yeah.
Mercules.
Mercules.
Mercules. She loves
Hercules? I would
Mercules.
love to see Hercules. Anyways.
You know, there's a lot of people named Hercules on this earth. You could see a Hercules.
No, but like the Hercules.
Oh, you want the muscles, do you?
Yeah, he's kind of like Thor vibe. God of Thunder. We
Nah.
all love the God of Thunder.
I'm just waiting for you to say this.
I'm not going to say it.
Good.
You want me- now everyone's wondering what we're talking about. Gary thinks I'm going to call him Fat Thor right now, but I'm not.
It's one of my pet peeves right there. When you say something
But I'm
whilst
not.
saying you're not saying it.
I didn't
like-
say it.
Yeah,
I didn't say it.
we'll let it ride. Hanging out with Brooksy, one of our faves around here, Wendie Brooks Media. Check her out if you want to get all that social media stuff good and solid and not on your brain 24/7. She does that. She's also co-host with our friend Hardcore on the Past Star Bedtime podcast, which we have just been talking about.
Yeah, Gary let me film with him today.
Oh, God.
a
You want to
bunch
get
of
into
stuff.
that?
Well, we won't say too much, but he did the best he's ever done, and I'm very proud that he's let me. He didn't have to do too much. I think that's why I got him to do it. But on social media, if you guys follow, you'll see. If not, then maybe lucky for you.
There's very, very few people that I let my guard down for, and you happen to be one of them. So you took advantage of that, and that's fair.
Yeah, I
It's
knew.
gonna be some
I knew
funny
that
stuff.
coming in here that I had to be in these videos to make them work. I think.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
because yeah, except for that, there was one video he did on his own, and he killed it. It was everything he ever wanted.
Okay, we're not leaving on a sour note. I want to get on a positive note here. This morning, I awoke at 6 a.m.
That's so early for you.
6 a.m. is around when I get to actually get to sleep. Like I'll go to bed around like 2 or 3, and I'll like nap. Like it's not like I'm up the whole time. I'll nap on the recliner or whatever. And then Maggie will be like, "Come on, get in here." She's in the bed at like 6 o'clock. She makes me pull down the
Come
Murphy
on,
wall bed
honey.
now. She legit like once this show is complete, she knows it's supper time. So she runs out and we feed her supper, and then we say bye to everyone. And then we go inside, and then she just walks back and forth in the kitchen, looking at me. Looking at me, she'll go up to where the Murphy wall bed is, come back down, until I say, all right, Margaret, geez. And then I go over, pull the wall bed down, and she hops right on. It's like her new puppy bed. So it's her bed now. And she, like, every night when I get in there, around like 2 or 3, maybe 6 sometimes, I have to like nudge her over to get enough room. So we're on this much of like this bed. We're like right here, and she's right here, and I'm right here. And I get that tiny little bed. But she loves the wall bed.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Well, because it's an actual bed for humans. It's probably so
like
comfortable.
It's like a giant dog bed for her, I guess.
Yeah, Lincoln loves the bed too, and
she runs the house.
Yeah, my dogs don't do that. I would if it was just me and my dogs, they would, but Brad doesn't let them.
See,
run
that's
the house.
That's you need to have that yang to the yin, right?
Yes.
Because like she's whatever she wants to do, she does. It's like, okay, that's all for you. That wasn't the feel-good thing I wanted to get to close this out. This morning, I was up at 6 a.m. and I don't know how anybody does it. It's horrible. Like, I've been horribly tired all day. And I emceed the Spirit of Cosmo breakfast.
Oh.
And I talked about this a little bit earlier on the show. I'm saying that because this is previously recorded, and we're going to do a talk with Adrian the Canadian, which we've already played by now. But I just wanted to reiterate the invigoration that you feel when you're in a room full of kindness. Okay? When you're around a couple hundred people, all of the same mind, that they're just there to do something good. It's so refreshing in the world that we live in. And to Charlene and everybody, my man Big C, Auntie Susie was watching over at the shop there. Like, so much good came from this, and raised a bunch of money for multi-sensory equipment for Cosmo, which is super cool. I got to get to know some of that. But just seeing all of our friends there every year. This is the 4th annual one. I've emceed all of them. And every year, now it's to the point where people I would never see anywhere else say hi. They go over and say, hey, I love what you do up there. And it's like, oh, you know me with confidence. Like, oh, come on, I don't need that. I love what you were doing in your chair there. You look great.
But you're the reason I did this.
That's it. And just to be around that and to be, invited to be the host of that party is so cool. And I don't take it for granted. And it was just so fun. And it was another great, successful event. So I just wanted to end this by saying thank you to all the people that do good things.
Yeah, that is a feel-good one.
There's so many of these things that you can be a part of if you want to help out. And it's so good for the soul. It's so good to know that, hey, you know what? I know the world looks like it's pretty effed up right now.
Yeah.
But there are good spots, and you got to, nurture those good spots so they become more prevalent.
Yes, that's so true. And be grateful for those things, because if you just let them pass you by, then you won't keep on getting those opportunities. It's like manifesting those good things into your life.
You gotta be careful. You sound like me now.
Well, you're rubbing off on me.
I don't know if you want too much of this life, but I will tell you, some of that kindness everyone can use. So I like that for you, and I like everything that you do, and I think you're great. And thank you for coming in today.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
What? And you.
And you.
Of course. Obviously. Only you have to say that. For the Past Our Bedtime podcast and Wendie Brooks Media, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No. I'm not going to let it. I'm not going to let you do that.
Just the ASMR.
Leave it to you to throw something like that out there. Hit her up for all your social media needs. Check out her show. She's fantastic. Thank you so much, Brooksy. You did a great job.
Yay. Bye-bye. The hand.
Love those jazz hands. Thank you again to Brooksy for another great chat as the show rolls on here on the Thursday edition of your show. I am now so damn excited to be telling you not just about the new episode of the All Out Angst podcast, episode 17, on the internet. You can find it if you Google All Out Angst podcast, or if you search it at your Apple stores and the Spotifyers, and Amazon has something that you can listen to. Spotify, that's what I was trying to think of. Spotify, people like that. So you can find it there. I'm also very excited to finish off today's edition of the show with two of my favorite dudes, the co-hosts, plural, from the greatest movie review show since Siskel and Ebert. I also only know the movie review show Siskel and Ebert. So, and it's also the one I've seen. So, yeah, definitely better than those two. Are you going to do a walkout here? What are we going to do there, cowboy? All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the viewing room. As a whole.
You got to switch it to
He
the.
got you.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That looks good.
Yeah.
The viewing room consists of this guy right here, the great LB, as well as that guy right there, the oh so sexy dragon.
Hey.
I got you, dog. Look at this.
How
And
are
we're
you
gonna
guys?
we're gonna have a little bit of fun today. Did you turn your mic on?
I
Greg?
did. I made
My
sure like
man.
3 times.
Okay, good.
I actually
I do it
unmuted
all
it
the
like
time
during
now,
the
too.
intro, and
Yeah.
I was like,
Good.
it's a little too soon, but
I do it all
Hey.
the time ever since we've had a couple instances. I did one, you did one. Okay, that's enough. We're gonna make sure we really get control of these.
I still remember that day. Actually, I think I haven't gotten a full night's sleep since. Actually,
Some
Yeah.
people say it was a great day. It's a great day.
Oh.
Just saying. Except for Emily May, whose mic wasn't on. So shout out to Emily May. We love you. Keep up the great work. LB, what are we looking at here on this screen? This is a very cool setup.
So we've done this once before, but not quite this fancy. We did a Sporco quiz.
So fun.
So it's a quiz site. They've got everything from movies to sports to countries to the periodic table. Anything you want, they basically have a quiz for them because it's people make their own quizzes.
So cool.
So yeah, this one, it's a movie one because, of course, we have our movie review show, so we figured
Movie
let's do
boys
movie
right
one.
here. Hell yeah.
So this one it gives us 3 of the leading characters in the movie, and we have to name the movie from those characters. This
Is it
isn't
a
the
competition,
actors.
or are we working together?
We're working together, right? We just
Teamwork.
want to
I
try
see,
and
I
get
see,
as
I
high a
see.
score as possible.
And feel free to yell at the TV at home.
Yes, yeah, right. So this is the character names, not the actor names.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we get a couple names of the characters, and then we decide what movie they're
Yes.
from.
So for example, Brian O'Connor, Dominic Toretto, Johnny Tran. Well, we know that's Fast and Furious.
It sure is.
So
All 19 of them.
cool. Yeah.
No, what are they at? 10 now? The
I
joke?
don't. I
think
stopped
it's
watching
10.
after they went to space.
But dude, they made it to X.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it.
And
Yes, it's
so
probably
did
the same
Elon
one.
Musk, actually.
Yeah, right.
Universal.
Okay, so we have 7 minutes to do this. There's 40.
Here we go.
The average score from other people that do this is 40%, so we're trying to beat 40%. I feel like we can do it.
Dude,
3
All
of
right,
us.
ready?
Yeah.
we got this.
3,
Here we go.
2, 1. Here we go. So there's a couple of on that I know for sure. There's Wizard of Oz on here.
This
Was
guy's
it
already
a-
been-
This
he's
is
been
just not
doing
even.
this
This isn't even.
Wizard of Oz, Fast and Furious.
Welcome to watching
I'm just-
LB break the code of this little quiz.
Oh, I just wanted because there's some that I already know are on here. Okay, Danny Ocean. That's Ocean's
Greg,
11.
how you doing?
I can't even. I can't even read it. Okay, read off the name.
Okay, wait.
He's going to.
All right,
He's
ready
got
to
the early ones
go.
on.
Peter Gibbons, Michael Bolton, Bill Lumberg.
Oh, Office Space.
Office Space.
I haven't seen
Good.
that movie in such
Bruce
a long
Nolan,
time.
Grace
I hate
Connolly,
Mondays.
Evan Baxter. Do you
Cover
guys
that
get
one.
that?
Evan
Bruce
Baxter?
Nolan, Grace Connolly, Evan Baxter.
I got nothing.
Evan Baxter.
Yeah.
I know Baxter Stockman from the
Baxter
Ninja Turtles.
Stockman. Yeah.
Ron Burgundy, Brick Tamland, Veronica Corningstone.
Is that Parks and Rec?
No, you guys.
No.
Come on. I am literally Ron
What-
Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. Wait, hold on. No. I know the movie. I know the movie.
You guys.
Wayne's World? No,
No, okay,
no,
wait.
not Wayne's
Give
World.
me a hint. Give me a hint.
Frick,
Hold on. Because I've seen this movie.
Dude,
Ron
his
Burgundy.
dog is named Baxter.
Okay,
and
we're trying to get them quickly
news
here.
teams. This is highly embarrassing.
News
you guys.
teams?
What's the movie?
It's not called news teams.
I don't know what you're.
Okay, no,
I don't know the movie. Go, give us
Because
the
I've
name.
heard that name so many times.
Will Ferrell.
Wait,
Is that the name of the movie?
Wait, what's his name? Anchorman? No.
Give us the name.
Guys, it's Anchorman.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on.
I've never
on.
seen
We're
Anchorman,
trying to
but,
get these
I've heard that
fast.
name 100
I
times.
know, but that
He-
deserves
Okay.
some
He came on the Kill Tony roast. No, not Kill Tony roast. He came on
This
the.
is the stuff we shouldn't be doing.
he
Now
ki-
we're wasting
He
time.
killed on Tom
Fight
Brady.
Club.
He came on Tom Brady for the roast of Tom Brady for Netflix as Ron Burgundy, Will Ferrell.
Tropic Thunder's on there.
I thought you said on the rest of Tom Brady. The roast. Yes, the roast. Where are we going next, LB? Give
Okay.
us one.
I've got it. Okay. Oh, Back to the Future's in there.
Okay. Well, read them off. The audience
I'm
is
getting
watching
there.
a guy type on his
I'm
computer.
getting there. Okay, you
Everyone
guys are
take
yelling
a
about
breath.
shit.
Exactly.
John Beckwith, Jeremy Gray, Claire Cleary.
Nothing.
No.
No.
Paul Edgecombe, John Coffey, Percy Westmore.
John Coffey, Green Mile.
Green Mile. Okay. Good. Memphis Reigns, Otto
Got it in
Halliwell,
60 seconds, bro.
Sarah Wayland.
Eleanor. On in 60 seconds. 68 shall be gone
What is
in 60 seconds.
On.
Memphis Reigns.
Oh, I don't like this keyboard.
This is supposed to be better.
Oh
I don't know how anyone uses laptops.
Sonny Koufax, Kofo. I don't know. Layla Maloney, Kevin Garrity.
Oh, Sunny, eh? What's that one movie? Not The Hate You Give. No.
The only Sunny I know is from wrestling.
What's
Sunny Days Ahead.
What's the one with like the candle? Like I think one of the kids dies and there's like a candle. Is that the one that movie's
Okay,
from?
we'll go.
Past that
Oh, Sunny. Is that Big Daddy? Is the kid in Sunny named Big Daddy?
Try Big Daddy.
Yep, Big Daddy. Andy. Andy Dufresne, Red Redding.
Oh, Shawshank Redemption.
Yep.
Guys, we're rolling
That's it.
here.
My favorite
We
movie
better
of all
slow
time.
down. We still got 4 minutes.
Dude, that was pretty clutch.
Vincent
Big
Vega,
Daddy.
Jules Winfield, Butch Coolidge.
Vince
or
Vega.
Coolidge.
Vince Vega. Pulp Fiction?
That's
Pulp Fiction, Vince. Yeah.
Pulp Fiction. Okay, good.
John Travolta.
Oh,
yeah.
Neo, Morpheus, Trinity. That's the
Matrix.
yeah.
Yeah. This is
Lester Burnham, Ricky Fitz, Angela Hayes.
Oh, jeez. Next.
Pass.
Dr. Malcolm Crowe, Cole Sear, Vincent Gray.
What's that Vince's, eh? Vincent Gray.
That sounds familiar.
Doctor Who?
That's not a movie.
No, like who's the doctor? Like who's the?
Oh,
You said- did you say-
Yeah, there was a doctor in there in the name.
Oh, Dr. Malcolm Crowe. Malcolm Crowe.
Dr. Crow.
Pass.
Okay,
Pass.
Tony Montana, Manny Ribera, Elvira
Scarface?
Hancock.
Scarface.
Yep.
Wow.
Jimmy Markham, Dave Boyle, Sean Devine.
Shot.
Pass.
Man, I know some of those are tough.
Harry Ferrer, Osborne Cox, Chad Feldheimer.
Chad Feller. Oh, I know some
Classic
people are
Chad name
probably
there.
like
Yeah,
screaming.
pass.
Wow.
Pass.
Jack Dawson, Rose Budger. Oh, that's Titanic.
Yeah. Jack Rose. Yeah. That sounds like.
Edward Lewis, Vivian Ward, Elizabeth Stuckey.
Nothing.
Oh, Psycho. I don't know.
Ben Gates, Abigail Chase, Riley Poole.
Chase.
Nothing.
Abigail Chase, yeah. Okay, Jim Lovell, Fred Hayes, Jack Swigert.
Jack
Wow.
Swigert.
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 Swigert. Yeah, nothing.
John Nash, Dr. Rose and Charles. That sounds familiar. John Nash.
John Nash.
I know John Tesh from Entertainment Tonight, also from the NBA team.
Just start
On
typing
NBA,
famous
NBC.
movies.
Yeah.
I think
Jack,
that's what I'll have to
Jack
do soon.
Burns, Greg Fokker, Pam Bryant.
Meet the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers. Yeah.
That's the easy one.
That was
How do you spell
the
it,
second
though?
he
How do you
said
spell it,
this Focker.
There we go. Meet the Parents. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Carrie Bradshaw,
that's the
Samantha
sequel,
Jones,
Fockers,
Charlotte
yeah.
York.
Sex and the City.
What? Oh,
Sex
yeah,
and the City.
that's it.
Don't ask
Yeah,
me. I don't know
that one. Have you seen that movie?
No.
I haven't even
Fockers?
seen the show. Oh, it's Fockers.
Yeah, it's funny. Eh?
In
It's pretty.
the city. No,
That's the one. I got nipples. You want
No,
to milk
it doesn't-
me, Greg?
it's
Remember
not giving
that?
me it.
Is it and
For which
the
one?
city?
Sex in the City.
And the
What were
city?
the names?
Carrie Bradshaw, Samantha Jones, Charlotte York.
Yeah, it's them. What's the name of the Sex and the City movie? It had a different name.
Sex and. Is it one of the variation?
No, like the movie had its own title. It was like a, you know what I mean, like an
Oh,
underneath
okay.
thing.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
50 Shades
Martin,
We'll
Martin
never get
Riggs,
that.
Roger Murtaugh, Peter McAllister.
Oh, Lethal Weapon, dog. Riggs and Murtaugh.
Okay, Bluto,
good. Gary, you're good.
Blatarsky, Otter, Stratton, Dean Wormer.
Otter.
Dean Warmer sounds.
Billy Costigan, Costello, and Dignam.
Nothing.
Lloyd Christmas, Harry Dunn, Mary Swanson.
Dumb
Oh,
Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, Lloyd. Yeah.
We got a couple more.
Yeah.
Herman Boone, Bill Yost, Gary Bertier.
Nothing.
Bertier. Gary
Bertier, maybe.
Bertier. It sounds really familiar. but
Frankie
I don't know.
Dunn, Maggie Fitzgerald, Eddie Scrap, Iron Durpus. Dupree?
Yeah, nothing.
John McClane, Hans Gruber, AI.
Oh,
Al
Die
Powell.
Hard.
Die Hard, that's
Everyone
it.
knows Die Hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin Towers.
Ellen Ripley, Dwayne Hicks, Carter Burke.
Alien?
No.
No.
What
Isn't
was the first
Ripley
name?
from Alien?
Rigby, yeah.
Ellen Ripley, Dwayne Hicks, Carter Burke.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
should be
maybe it's like Alien versus Predator.
Aliens.
Yeah, Aliens.
Oh, Aliens, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Jack Vincent, I'm not sure. Lynn Bracken, Bud White.
Nothing.
I think it says Bud Light. Actually.
Rick Blaine, Ilsa Lund, Victor Laszlo.
Victor Laszlo. What's Laszlo? They call him Laszlo.
Dude, we got Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible next one. We're at 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible Sheriff Ed, Tom Bell, and Anton Chig, Lulu,
Oh, Anton Sugar. No Country for Old Men.
Oh, you do it 2 seconds. 1 second.
Yeah.
Got it.
I love that.
There we go.
That was good.
Boys, look at our score.
57%. That's
57.
pretty good.
That league
Okay.
average.
Bruce Almighty was that one.
Oh wait, what?
Wedding
Wait,
Crashers.
Which one? Like the one with like God? Like with like?
Bruce Almighty, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. American Beauty was The Sixth Sense, Mystic River,
wait,
Burn
which one
After
was Sixth
Reading.
Sense?
Oh, Pretty Woman. I know. I should have known that
Which
one.
one? I can't see anything.
Which one has the last?
Oh, Sex and the City.
I
Sex-
said that like
You
3
did.
times.
You did. You did.
You did.
Hearted.
Apollo 13, Beautiful Mind.
Oh,
Animal Hospital.
Pluto.
Remember the Titans, $1 Million Baby. Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen Casablanca? It's a good
How about that?
I watched it. It's a long movie, actually.
I feel like I have, but
I've
I've heard of it for sure.
Dr. Malcolm.
I'm pretty proud of this one, guys.
The Sixth Sense one is hard. Hey?
Yeah, well-
Because it's just like the little kid.
I'm just happy we passed. I haven't got a 47 in like my entire life.
57.
Or sorry, 57. As you can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. We are
Cool.
hanging out right there. You guys, with banners up.
Yeah.
The viewing room boys, or the viewing room men, as we call them now. Is this guy's 18 now? Almost 19. Gonna have a big
almost
celebration. Very exciting.
All right.
Do we have an official day? Are we working on the day?
Do we do one more?
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna
Yeah.
do sports.
Let's
one.
do the sports one. So this one is
Do one
quite
that
fun.
LB's good at. A sport you're good at.
Well, this is all 4 sports.
Oh,
So basically, we have 12 minutes to name all the sports teams from the NFL, the MLB, NBA, and NHL.
perfect. Easy as
Okay.
pie.
I don't know what the audience score is on this one.
We don't have
the
12
the average
minutes.
score.
Yeah, we do. We, got
Yeah, we
12
do.
minutes. We can go as long as we
Okay.
want. We don't actually have to.
Blue
do-
Jays,
Oh.
Canadians.
Hold on,
hold
you
on.
gotta wait for
Penguins.
the
Hold on.
timer.
Okay. Ready?
Hold on. Are we gonna start on? You want to start on baseball?
Let's start
we
and
start
get all
a
the
sport?
Canadian teams.
There we
That's
go.
probably the easiest
Yeah.
way to
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
get all the
Canadian
Canadian
teams,
teams,
good.
and then we'll go
Awesome.
sport by sport.
Again, feel free to play along at home.
And I
Very
think
fun.
let's start NHL and NFL because I feel like we're most
Okay,
likely
yeah.
to
Let's
get
start off.
those.
Let's start off. Blue Bombers and let's do.
It's-
Yeah. Let's CFL Canadian. Let's do it. Oh, we have to do NFL. It's like we're major.
MLB, NFL, NBA, and NHL. It's not.
Oh, so we
CFL.
can't.
It's the big
oh,
four.
Oh,
When
we're
I
not
say
just like
Canadian teams,
naming.
I mean,
Okay.
I mean, like, you know.
I was getting ready. I was like Rough Riders. I was like Blue Bombers. Okay.
The CFL quiz is really easy because there's only 9 teams.
That
I've
would
only
make
done
sense.
it a few times.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just to make myself feel smart for
That's
getting 100%.
I need a
That's
quick
fair.
fix.
Yeah, right.
All right,
okay,
you
ready?
guys, our final quiz of the day.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Canadians.
Okay, Canadian. Oh my God.
Montreal Canadiens.
Canadians.
There you
Canucks.
go.
Yeah.
Oilers,
Flames.
Oilers, Maple Leafs,
Oilers. Oh my God.
You got it.
Leafs.
Jets,
The Jets.
Senators.
That's the Senators.
I think that's Canada.
Steelers.
Oh, they got the New York. That's only the Winnipeg.
Also
Jets.
have the Blue
There's only 7
Jays,
Canadian teams, eh?
The Blue Jays, and then we have the Raptors.
Yes.
And that's all the Canadian teams.
Okay. Let's just go up more NHL. Let's like Golden Knights. Let's
Okay,
like
Golden
Yeah, we can
Knights.
run these.
The Blue Jackets.
Yeah, let's get the hard ones out of the way.
The
Predators.
Stars. Predators. The Coyotes.
Penguins.
Here we go. Is it still going to be
Coyotes.
Coyotes, or is it going to be Hockey Club? They're Utah.
Oh
now,
yeah, that's
Utah
right.
HC.
Utah hockey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember.
Club,
Yeah, that's
Utah
that's
Hockey
crazy.
Club, the Kraken.
Yes.
The
Penguins?
The Wild. Yeah, the Penguins.
Flyers.
Penguins. Yeah.
The Flyers. The Red Wings.
There you go. Chicago Blackhawks. Original 6, the Boston
Blackhawks,
Bruins.
Bruins. The Panthers. Jaguars. I don't know why.
Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, Hurricanes. The
man.
Capitals.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Who else are we missing?
St. Louis Blues.
Yeah, the Blues.
There's a lot for 12 minutes. 124.
Yeah, we gotta
that's
go.
a-
We
hold
can't talk.
Okay,
a
let's
ton.
go NFL. Let's just get some NFL. Cowboys.
Okay.
The Chiefs.
Steelers.
Panthers. Yeah.
Steelers. The Lions.
Cardinals.
The Cardinals. That's also the
Packers.
baseball. Packers.
Bears.
The Bears.
The Jays are already on there.
Red Sox.
No, we're trying. Oh, just,
Well,
yeah,
I
just
can-
keep
I can
going.
get 'em in.
Whatever it is. Yeah, if it comes in, it comes
Red Sox.
in. The
um,
Boston Celtics.
Yes. Yes.
The New England Patriots. I'm trying to think of
Patriots.
cities that have multiple.
The Jet. Oh, we already have the Jets. The
Ooh, New York.
Islanders.
Yeah, Giants
Giant.
and the New York Rangers
Rangers.
and
Mets.
the Mets and the Yankees.
The Yankees. The
this
the
is
Lasers.
There you go. The Lasers.
No, not the Lasers. The what is it? The
You got this. Come on now.
there's the
Just
Patriots.
write every variation of bear.
like
Just
that.
do Bears, Cubs, Cub Scouts.
Oh, Cubs. Yeah.
Good, yeah. All right, well, we can do baseball. The White Sox.
Yeah. White
We can just go through divisions. So here we go. Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Devil Rays,
Devil Rays.
And who is the other one? Boston Red Sox we did, right?
Yeah.
Baltimore Orioles.
Orioles.
And then you go to the West, you got the Chicago
How
White
do we spell
Sox.
Orioles?
Cardinals.
Orioles.
Cardinals.
Orioles. We already got Cardinals.
We got the White Sox, we got the Cubs. Hey, Denver Nuggets.
Oh yeah, the Nuggets.
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking of places because the NBA's got so many. The Atlanta Hawks.
Hawks. The Seahawks.
Yeah, Seattle Seahawks. There you go. We can go that way too. The LA Rams
Rams.
and the LA Chargers.
Chargers.
San Francisco 49ers.
The 49ers.
Yeah.
And then what other divisions are there? There's the Indianapolis Colts.
Colts.
And over there they have, oh man, there's so many teams.
Oh, the Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks.
Quack,
Bruins,
quack, quack.
The
I'm going to try to get some, what do we got? So at NBA we need, so Celtics, Portland Trailblazers,
Yeah, there's a lot of NBA that we
Yeah,
have.
we can get
There's
into
the
that.
Suns.
Phoenix Suns,
The
Dallas Mavericks, Minnesota
Mavericks,
Timberwolves,
two-
Golden
the
State
Warriors.
Warriors,
Yeah.
The Warriors. The Lakers.
Milwaukee Bucks.
The Bucks. The
What else? Come on, baby.
That's a lot. Halfway.
okay, wait.
Okay, let's
hold
go.
on. Trying to finish off NHL here. Ducks, Bruins. What other C teams are there? There's the
I can do some more basketball. Cleveland Cavaliers,
Cavaliers.
Guys,
Chicago
I think
Bulls.
I'm used up.
Bulls.
You're just not yelling anymore. Out.
um,
What else do we got? Ooh, the LA Clippers,
The Dodgers.
the Dodgers. Yes, sir. Lots of LA. Where else do we go? Man, there's so
Cowboys.
many.
There's got to be a few Cowboys. Just like
At-
Cowboys, like three
Atlanta
times.
Braves. Atlanta Braves.
It gives you for every time
Braves.
you say. If I say Cowboy or like
Oh,
Jets,
yeah.
it gives me the New York Jets and the Winnipeg
The
Yeah.
LA Angels.
Angels.
Dallas.
Patriots. The Nationals.
Yeah, Washington Nationals. Let's do some more. We got Washington Capitals there.
The Chiefs.
Washington Wizards.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I already got the Chiefs.
Oh. Sorry.
It's good.
Washington Reds. Or sorry, I almost said
oh,
it.
it's the Commanders now.
The Washington Commanders, and there's also the Cleveland Guardians. We're talking about names that have been changed.
Cleveland is a football team too.
The Browns.
Browns,
Did
yeah.
we get the Orioles already?
Yep.
What else do we got? Like NBA, we should be able to run these off, you guys. There's so many. What's
I don't know the NBA.
the Orlando Magic?
Magic.
Oh, the Heat. What's the
Oh yeah, the
Miami
Heat.
Heat.
You don't. I just need the name of the team. I don't need the place.
Yeah.
Okay, Nashville Predators.
Las
LA
Vegas. Did we do
Commanders.
Golden Knights?
Yeah,
No,
I
we
got
did
the
the
Golden
Raiders.
Knights, the
Las Vegas
Raiders.
Raiders.
Oh, good call.
Oakland Athletics. They're moving to, so that'll be interesting. What else do we got? Seattle Mariners. Seattle's got everything. You got the Kraken, we got the Mariners. And we used to be the Supersonics. They don't have a team in Seattle anymore. Keep trying
We're
to
missing
get
some big ones.
that.
Like
Yeah.
Abby
Well, this is what
Anderson,
happens. Like
and
it's
just
highly.
remarkable.
That's the best part about the end. Is
But
just,
124 is crazy. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get back to the NFL here.
I want to finish off
Detroit
NHL.
Lions. Did we do Detroit Lions?
Yeah, we got
Yeah, we
Lions.
got Lions.
Tigers, Bears.
Denver Broncos.
Goes.
Packers. Indianapolis Colts.
The Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Wild. You got there, right?
Yeah.
Minnesota Timberwolves. We got Minnesota Twins. Baseball. We got Twins. There we go. LA. Man, oh man. Like I'm very embarrassed by our NFL lacking.
Yeah,
We
I
go
know.
division by
I feel
division.
bad. Like
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We do the Bucks.
Patriots. Do we get Patriots?
We got the Patriots.
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. And what else is on? I try to go up and down the coast.
The Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens. Heck yeah. Man. This is hard. Oh, there's still so many. Cleveland. Whoa, you guys. My brain's too broken for this right now. So embarrassing. Atlanta Falcons.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There we go. Anything else in Atlanta? No. We got the Houston Texans. go.
Wow.
MLB. Let's think about teams down the middle. Who do we got?
See, we have a lot though, hey?
We did good. We still
That
got
was a lot.
4 minutes to go here. On your show, doing some trivia with the lovely fellas from the viewing room. I can't even talk today. Like, I am so broken from not getting any rest. Like, my conversationality is not peak.
Everyone who tunes in is just going to see 3 guys with their mouths
What
hanging
is
open, just like
happening here?
looking at.
Well,
the
they're looking at
screen.
this list like, how can you guys miss so many?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's go through the NBA again. Oklahoma City Thunder. We already did Phoenix.
Buccaneers.
Clippers. You keep saying the Buccaneers, eh?
Los Angeles Kings.
Ooh, the
and
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yep.
Pittsburgh
I
Pirates.
kept mentioning C stuff.
That's good.
Speaking of C, Seahawks.
Philadelphia Phillies. The Philadelphia. Do we get the Flyers? We got the Flyers here.
Yeah, we got the-
Phillies. Oh no, we're locking in. Got the Phillies. Philadelphia 76ers.
We got the Heat, hey?
Got
Yeah.
the Heat. The San
Warriors.
Antonio Spurs.
Bombers?
This is not the CFL.
I don't know why I keep
MLB.
having Bombers just pop in my head.
So we got the AL West. Oh man, see, there's so many divisions. We should just be able to run them through, but I got all discombobulated.
96 between like whatever. That's pretty good
Pretty
though
darn
too.
good.
Yeah.
Probably, but not quite the average. We should have a couple more in here. New York, Nashville. Like you just even like the empty slots, we should go.
Well, it's like alphabetical. So I'm like, well, there's
Yeah.
what's an NHL team that starts with B other than Boston? Like the
Or
city's,
C.
city's gonna start with. Oh yeah, it could be B or C.
But it's CA. So that's a tough one. I don't know you guys. This is a pretty good list. I'm pretty proud of what we've done so far.
Yeah.
This is just gonna be cherries on top now.
Can you hit like a pause button?
Yeah, there is a pause.
Like a get results or what?
No, I just pause it.
Oh, now it plays a video. And we're back.
You can't. You either get until you get everyone or the time runs out. Eh?
Detroit Pistons. Yay.
Wow.
Houston Rockets. The Indiana Pacers.
Wow.
One more and we get 100.
We'll get it. MLB and the first name in baseball. Think about A's. Not Atlanta. Arizona Diamondbacks. 100. We did it. Let's keep growing here. Baltimore. B. Football teams with B.
How can you read that? I am
Very
wearing
well.
glasses.
Not very well. Chicago. One more C. One more NFL team with C.
Carolina.
Yeah. We got Carolina. We got Chicago. We got Cleveland. What about in between L M? The Vikings. I don't know, you guys. We're getting pretty close to the end here.
New Jersey Devils. I just got that one.
Is there an O too? Nice work in New Jersey. What is there any other New Jersey? The
Quick.
Brooklyn Nets.
Mets or the
Nets.
Nets?
Nets. There we go.
Nets.
Brooklyn. And then I'm just trying to think of all of our favorite players. Oh, hey, 102 is a pretty good number, boys.
Yeah.
Watch
Cool.
this. You ready for this? You know what to do?
What if I beat you
No,
to it?
don't you dare steal my thunder.
Okay.
This is our big glory moment.
Hey,
82%.
82, you guys.
Average
We're
score
above.
is 79, so we did that. So that's great. Okay.
Twice.
Oh, the Bills, the
Buffalo
Bengals,
Buffalo Bills,
the
yeah.
Dolphins,
Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, this is so embarrassing.
the Saints, the Eagles, and the Titans.
The
So
Eagles.
we are so. That is just embarrassing.
But no, once your head's in that space, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
Okay, but
It's so easy
102
to
is
blank.
still very good.
Yeah.
When you're asked just to sit down off their memory and just read things out,
Right.
right? Like that's pretty
Okay, and then for MLB, the Rockies, the Tigers, the Astros, the Royals, the Marlins, the Brewers, and the Padres.
I mean,
should
I'm
have had all those. We should have had.
I mean,
all
I
of
think
those.
Brewers maybe, but I
Outro.
Yeah, there you go.
we got the good ones. We got the Jays. At least we didn't forget the
Yeah, right.
Jays. That would have been. We would never come back from that.
And then for
Guys,
the,
remember, like, I don't even consider myself a sports guy anymore. But we're not really like sports guys.
right.
I know I'm not much.
I don't watch religiously anymore.
No.
I'd like to, but I'm impressed with
Yeah.
that by the three of us.
and then for NBA, we missed the Hornets, the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, the Knicks, and the Jazz.
And see, most of those.
I don't
are
know. I don't
pretty-
know many
pretty
NBA
tough.
teams.
Yeah,
Like that either,
NBA and
right?
MLB, I suck. NHL and NFL, like I can normally get
Yeah,
all the
NHL, NFL for me is better, and then it would be baseball like next. Like,
So it was the
Missing, huh?
Sabres, the Avalanche, the Sharks, and the Lightning. We should have got the
Oh,
Sharks.
Drew's gonna
We
be
shoulda-
so mad.
Yeah, we should have got the Sharks.
Don't tell Drew Remenda.
We that's sad.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's bad.
It's like literally.
it's tough. I'll go.
Had a guy with their organization forever involved
Yeah.
with that. What are
The-
you doing?
The outro's already running.
We're doing. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
he has it on
we
his
are
phone.
moving forward on this process. It's amazing.
This is what they
You're
mean by
slowly being replaced.
I know AI is taking over my job. The one thing Gary said wouldn't happen in my position is literally happening.
Oh, the other thing we can do.
Thank you to our pre-tape guests, Brooksy from Wendie Brooks Media and the Past Our Bedtime podcast, as well as who else did we run? We had the CTV's Matt Young, of course. Kicked off the show, thanking him for always taking the time. Another fantastic talk about video games. I'm lost now. Am I connected? You stole it from me. You think you're so funny.
Oh, I turned it off.
Well, someone's gonna have to get up now.
Wait, I can do
You
it.
got
for
about
fun.
10 seconds.
Tell me when it's done.
We'll be back tomorrow for the Friday edition. It's going to be so much fun. We'll see you at that time. 4 p.m. is when it happens. If you don't know. Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. I got excited, and then I got worried, and I got scared, and now we're okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you again for joining us. To everyone else who came through the show today, we got a really big banger set for tomorrow. Remember, karma is very, 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 very real. I know this. I felt it yesterday at that Spirit of Cosmo breakfast. Thank you again to everyone involved there. So much positivity coming out of that, and it's just proof yet again. You do good things, they'll start happening to you. I promise you, all right? See you tomorrow. You have a great night.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
And we're back.
That
Let's do
didn't-
another quiz.
That didn't work the way I wanted it to.
Live, baby. We go
Hey.
live.
There's still some kinks to work out.